welcome to the second season of CNBC TV 18 and Lufthansa's All for This One Moment. I'm Shireen Bhan. Over the course of this show, you actually get to see a side of an Indian leading business personality that you've never seen before. You get to understand what drives them, motivates them, inspires them and makes them who they are today. Before I bring out my guests for this evening, here's a quick glimpse into her success story.
Who says all bankers are grim, serious people? Kalpana Morparia, CEO of JP Morgan India, loves Hindi movies, shopping, Italian food and the Cartoon Network. Kalpana Morparia joined the erstwhile ICICI in 1975 and was elevated to its board of directors in 2001. She retired from the board of directors of ICICI Bank Limited in 2007 as its joint managing director to become the first ever CEO for JP Morgan India. Kalpana Morparia has been voted as one of Forbes' 100 most powerful women in business.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Kalpana Morparia. Let me start by asking, we just heard or sort of saw your career, which has spanned over 3 decades at ICICI and then ICICI Bank. What actually made you want to continue? You could have easily given up your given up your boots and said, I'm going to take it easy now. Why the decision to actually start another career at this point in life?
As I said, 58 is quite young, Shireen. And I hate this explanation because this is the one time when I have to disclose my age.
Okay.
But I still believe that 58 is too young to retire. And a new career beckoned to me and I grabbed it.
How did it all work out for you at JP Morgan? As in, how did the conversation start? And, how long did it actually take you to make up your mind on, after having spent over 3 decades building ICICI, to actually move and pay allegiance to another organization?
As you know, I'd continued as an advisor for ICICI. And 15 months into playing an advisory role, I guess I was missing the thrill of being an executive. So this actually happened in a very short span of time. To be precise, just about a year ago, the conversation started, and I remember meeting Gabby Abdul-Noor, who's my boss in the region, on 9th of August, and on 1st of September I joined them.
And you walked right into the biggest financial crisis since the Great Depression, so what perfect timing!
Oh my God, absolutely, because September changed the financial world upside down. And as I said, 1st of September was my first day in office. And the rest is history. You know what happened in September.
So did you feel that you were ready to take on another challenge, one of the many challenges that you've had to face in your career, or did you say, what have I brought myself into?
Not really, because I could not have picked a better bank to work for, given you've seen how well JP Morgan has withstood the crisis, and I could not have picked a better country to be in.
All right, on that note, it's time for that moment that we've all been waiting for. It's time for us to bring out our unsung entrepreneur. But before I do that, here's a quick glimpse into the life.
Rajan Serene, the MD and CMO of Crescore Capital, established the firm after spending 14 years working with various companies in capital markets, mutual funds and insurance. Rajan says he was always inclined towards working in financial services, something which drove him into the trading halls of the Delhi Stock Exchange. Finally, in 2007, he took the big leap and started Crescore Wealth Management Services. The company was started for marketing and selling third-party products across mutual funds, insurance and fixed deposits. His firm now has a customer base of over 1,200 people and an AUM of over 70 crore rupees.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Rajan Serene. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to give you my seat, so right here, fire away.
Since you have worked in financial services, I would like to know what is the scope of financial services distribution business in India, given the depression that the world has faced, and how about India in particular be impacted with the much talk about global recovery?
So if you look at the financial services sector in India, across every product, whether it's deposit, credit, insurance, mutual fund, equity ownership, debt ownership, it is one of the least penetrated. So if you look at credit to GDP ratio for India, it's barely 50-55%. If you look at consumer credit, it's even lower at 15%. Life insurance ownership, across the board, as I said, this is so. So I see actually a great future really for the distribution business.
Certainly.
And it goes way beyond just the metros. I know metros is where you get the largest urban population and therefore your target customer. But I remember when I was in ICICI, when we looked at tier 2 and tier 3 cities, they again offered a unique opportunity really to anyone in the financial services space.
Okay, super investment banking opportunities. On that note, it's time for us to wrap up this episode. But before we go, it's also our pleasure to invite onto our set Deepak Biswas of Lufthansa to present a very special memento to both Kalpana as well as Rajan. Deepak.
Ms. Morparia,
Thank you so much.
it's a pleasure to have you over here with us, all for this one moment. Lufthansa, we have made India home for now 50 years. So we would like to give you your own 380 model.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
With your name christened on it.
Oh, this is going to have pride of place in my office.
Thank you. And Mr. Serene, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It's great to see. I hope you had a good session.
Certainly we do.
And we would like to give you tickets in business class to Europe
Sure.
via our 2 hubs, Frankfurt and Munich.
Right.
So here you go.
Thank you.
And happy journeys,
Thanks.
and I hope they're successful.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and thank you, Kalpana.
Thank
It's a
you,
pleasure.
Shri.
Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us on the show. With that, it's a wrap on this episode of All for This One Moment, but we'll see you again next week with another leading business personality. Kalpana Morparia. Goodbye and many thanks for watching.